brought my watch to show everyone what time it was, but then I realized that it stopped in the middle of the night at exactly 4:25 a.m. So I was actually going to record this part of the video at 3 in the morning. I was going to wake up at 3 in the morning to record this part of the video, but then I kind of realized I'm going to sleep. That's why I'm doing this part at 8:30 at night. And I think I'm only doing this part because technically I'm working now. And meaning I'm working at 8:30 p.m. on a Sunday. And I think the point that I want to make is that a lot of people, they just tell, not necessarily me, but they just give as an excuse to not do whatever they want to do because they don't have time. You know, let's go to the gym. I don't have time. Let's what? Let's start a business. I don't have time. Let's do this. I don't have time. But funny enough, if you say go out, people always have time. If you say let's, I don't know, go shopping, everyone always have time.
I actually used to be the same. I used to say that because of uni or because of work, I didn't have time to do things.
I just don't have time.
The funny thing is that we say we don't have enough time to do our own things, but if you go to your screen time spending right now on your phone, I'm sure you're going to be surprised with how long you spend on it, even though you know you spend a lot of time there.
I also like being in my phone. Everyone likes being in their phone. But in the last few months, I've really tried to cut down a bit because I know how much it gets in the way of productivity and in general, just getting things done.
And guess what? It didn't really work. Even though I knew I was spending too much time on my phone, I wasn't able to decrease my screen time that much in order to impact on my productivity. It was still really, really high. Time was just passing by, and I still wasn't really decreasing my screen time as much as I wanted to. I wasn't really getting things done in the time that I wanted to get them done, and it was just taking too long, and I knew what that was happening. I knew I had the time to do my things, but when I wasn't on my phone, I was just doing nothing, watching YouTube videos or even watching something on Netflix just for the sake of watching. I then decided to take a different approach. I decided to list all the things that take my time during 1 week, and I kind of realized how much free time I actually had. As I started listing all my weekly activities, I realized I had even more free time than I was thinking. I got to the conclusion I had just as much free time as I had between job and university. Only then, I actually got ashamed of myself and decided to take shit seriously.
So once I actually realized how much free time I had in my hands, I kind of started approaching things a bit differently. So before, weekends were only for chilling because look, you had a busy week, you worked, you deserve some chilling, right? You deserve a few days off. But then I kind of thought to myself, I actually have a lot of fun during the week, so I have to do some work on the weekends. Because if I want to be more than most, which I do, and I hope you do too, you have to approach things differently. You have to do more than most.
Instead of simply saying, today I'm doing this and then don't do it, and then complain I didn't have time, I did the following.
So if you're really serious about becoming more productive and actually getting more things done in a smaller time frame, I recommend you to get a pen and write these steps down.
First, as I said, I wrote down all the activities I do during the week and stipulated them the time I took to do them. And I actually meant everything. After doing this, I put everything on my calendar. All the things I wrote down on my paper, I wrote down on my calendar as well, also determining the same time. This is the basic thing that you can do. If you want to go further, you can always give yourself screen time limits. I gave myself 20 minutes a day for Facebook and Instagram and 30 minutes for YouTube. These are the only apps that I actually spend a lot of time on my phone. If you spend a lot of time playing games or on Twitter, for example, you can also put yourself a limit for these ones.
So if you want to go time management master, what you can also do is not only you set times for your routine activities like, work and having breakfast, but you also set times for your own things so that you can make them on a certain time frame. And that way you become way more productive. And if you write these down in your calendar, you're going to have a certain time for them. So you're going to do so much. Because the one that we said before is you just write down times for your own activities to realize how much free time you actually have. But by doing this one, by setting up specific times for your own activities, you get way more things done in a smaller time frame.
It may take some time to prioritize your workflow and actually tailor it to yourself. But ever since I started doing it, I've never been so productive. Breaking goals down, stipulating them in an amount of time, and putting them on your calendar has been working great for me.
And I am not a weird person. So if it has been working for me, it's definitely going to work for you. I really encourage you to try this one. It has been doing so much for me. Only by actually setting yourself times to do everything and actually putting down in your calendar makes you do so much more. It has been doing so much for me. It is going to do so much for you. You have no idea how many things you can actually get done in one simple week just by writing them down.